Okay, so today we are going to study about John Keats. John Keats, as you have heard his name, under Romantic period. In the last class, I discussed some salient features of Romantic period, basically like glorification of nature, love with humanity, love with the self, imagination, then emotions, emotive language. So many other features are there. Okay, so if you go in deep Romantic period, you find two different generations. One is called as older generation poets, and another is called as younger generation or new generation. Sometimes it is also called as second generation of Romantic period or Romantic poets. Okay, so under older generation there are three major writers like William Wordsworth, S.T. Coleridge, and then Robert Southey. These three were friends, and also they are known as lake poets. Okay, now here John Keats, Lord Byron, and P.B. Shelley. These three are called as younger generation poets or second generation poet. Okay, romantics mein, in romantics there are two generations, older generation and younger generation. So sometimes it is also called as second generation. So John Keats is there. Okay, basically if you see here, in older generation these were older by age and by their experiences, but here they were younger. If you see here, John Keats was born in 1795. Okay, and the Romantic period started in 1798. Okay, so just after 3 years of his birth, Romantic period started. So that's why he's not older at that time. He was infant. So that's why these poets are called as younger generation poets or second generation poets or sometimes revolutionary poets. Okay, they're also called as revolutionary poets. So today we are going to learn about John Keats. Okay. Later on we will study his poem, that is Ode on Grecian Earth. So let's see here. John Keats. John Keats was born on 31st October 1795 and died on 23rd February 1821. Okay. Basically he died due to tuberculosis. TB जिसे कहते हैं ना, हाँ TB tuberculosis. Okay, so died due to TB in 1821. Okay, in Rome, Italy. Okay, he went to Rome, and there he fell ill and died because of TB. Actually, TB is a chronic disease, longer time disease. Okay, it's not today you got TB and day after tomorrow you got died. It's not like that. Okay, it makes your body very weak in a longer time, and after all, basically, it loses your body's strength to fight with the diseases. Okay, that's why here TB was very dangerous disease at that time. Luckily, at this time or at present, it is curable disease. Okay, if you follow properly, after 6 months, it is okay. Now, at present, and Government of India is offering free of cost medicines for TB patients. Okay, so it is there. You can contact to government hospitals. It is free of cost. Unfortunately, one of his brother also died in 1818 because of TB. Okay, so his family was struggling with this TB. So let's have some basic idea about his family life. So his father was Thomas Keats and mother Frances Jennings. Frances Jennings Keats. Okay. So his father was a stable keeper, hostler, or stable manager, you can say. स्टेबल मैनेजर मीन्स जो घोड़ों की रखवाली करता है, ठीक है। एक सराय होता था, इन होता था, उसमें बहुत सारे घोड़े रहते थे, यानी घोड़े बहुत सारे रखे जाते थे उसमें। उनकी रखवाली के लिए जो व्यक्ति होता था वो काम ये करते थे। सो एज हिज फादर वाज नॉट मच एजुकेटेड एंड नॉट अर्निंग गुड मनी, ओके, so as you can see here, his there is no formal education of John Keats also, because of the family life, or you can say family problems, because he belonged to very low status family. His mother was a housewife, she was housewife, and his father was doing housekeeping job, okay. Unfortunately, John Keats' father died when Keats was 8 years old. Keats was 8 years old, and that is means his father died when Keats was 8 years old due to horse riding accident. इनके पिताजी की मृत्यु हॉर्स राइडिंग एक्सीडेंट में हो गई जब किड्स की उम्र 8 साल थी, ठीक है। देन in 1810 I think, okay. अच्छा, एक चीज, one more thing here, when his father died in 1804, okay. Soon after his father's death, his mother remarried. मतलब इनकी डेथ के बाद, यानी किड्स के पिताजी के डेथ के बाद जो किड्स की माताजी थी, इन्होंने तुरंत शादी कर ली, दूसरी, कुछ ही दिन बाद दूसरी शादी कर ली। जहां शादी की, ये तो टोटल 4 भाई बहन थे, ठीक है, और वहां पर लेके गई बच्चों को और उसने डिवोर्स कर दिया, ठीक है, जो दूसरे वाला हस्बैंड था, फिर वापस आ गई, ठीक है। तो इनके सारे जो बच्चे थे, किड्स चिल्ड्रन यू कैन से, दे वर बॉर्न एंड ब्रॉट अप बाय देयर ग्रैंड मदर, ठीक है। अब चूंकि इंग्लिश में ग्रैंड मदर से क्लियर नहीं होता है कि वो नानी की तरफ का था कि दादी की तरफ का था, ठीक है, बट वहां पे बॉर्न एंड ब्रॉट अप हुआ। सो पूरी लाइफ इनकी काफी स्ट्रगलिंग रही है। एक भाई की डेथ बहुत अर्ली एज में हो जाती है, ठीक है, जबकि उनसे छोटा होता है। सो इनकी एक सिस्टर होती हैं जिसका नाम है मैरी, सिस्टर मैरी। इसको फैनी के नाम से भी जाना जाता है जनरली, फैनी या मैरी, ओके, फैनी नाम ज्यादा मिलेगा आपको, फैनी। सो ये भाई बहन सारे मिल करके रहते थे और एक साथ ही, एंड ही वाज मच क्लोजर टू हिज सिस्टर फैनी थ्रू आउट लाइफ। शी केयर्ड हिम, बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली ड्यू टू टीबी he died in 1821, means kids died in 1821 after all so many cares and medicines, see, at that time it was very dangerous disease, TB, but at present it is curable, okay. So let's see education. As his father was not earning much, so his formal education was done at local school that was run by Charles Cowden. Charles Cowden Clark. हाँ, जो स्कूल था नियर बाई स्कूल, इट वाज रन बाय चार्ल्स Cowden Clark. It was just 2 miles away from his home. So there he attended basic schooling. Kids was not having any formal higher education like degree college or universities like that, because he was orphan at that time, okay. So here, when he was studying at this school which was run by Charles Cowden or Charles Clark, there he met his son John Clark. John Clark, who is son of Charles Clark, okay. John Clark is son of Charles Clark. He was a good friend, okay. he supported a lot what he could do at that time. Okay. So after seeing the condition of family, he moved to London in 1811, and he started working at a doctor's hospital that was run by Richard चलो नाम अभी याद आता बताते हैं, रिचर्ड करके कुछ नाम था, ठीक है। उनके यहाँ वो काम सीखने लगे मेडिकल का, ही वॉज बेसिकली डॉक्टर, सो सर्जन का काम सीखने लगे, सर्जन का काम ही सीखने लगे, एंड ही वर्क देयर अप टू 1811 to 1814. In between, he was introduced by John Clarke to various writers like Shakespeare or Elizabethan writers, then Edmund Spenser, Virgil, so many classical writers you can say are good writers of previous era. So there he attended, he learned a lot about them or their poetry at own. Basically, when he was in London, he was working as apprentice in a hospital under Dr. Richard. I'm forgetting his name later on. I will tell you later. Okay. There he worked for 3 years, but he left that one. And in 1817, he started, or you can say he devoted fully to writing. Devoted fully to writing, and he produced so many works in 1819. In 1 year he wrote many books, and that is called as the great year 1819 of Keats. Or you can say there were very famous odes in 1819, and that time it was called as Odes of 1819. Keats Odes of 1819. So I will tell you all those. In between, one more thing here. He had one friend, that is female friend, that her name was Fanny Brown. Okay. Fanny Brown, her name was there. Initially she supported a lot, like a good friend, or you can say female friend, but she refused later on, and she refused to marry. So Keats never had a marriage. Unfortunately, he died at the age of 25 or 26. You can say here. You can count here. Okay. 25. Yeah. You can count 25 years. Okay. So he died unmarried. This lady is there, Fanny Brown. She supported him a lot, but later she refused because of his physique. Okay. I think he was suffering from TB, so sometimes it may be one reason. And I'm not clear about it, but one poem is very famous, La Belle Dame Sans Mercy. This poem is very famous. Of course, it is not related exactly to Keats' life, personal life, but sometimes it may be there. Its meaning is here, a pretty girl without mercy. Okay, a beautiful girl without pity, you can say. मतलब सुंदर निर्दयी लड़की, ठीक है। हालांकि इसमें स्टोरी कुछ और है, एक नाइट और एक लड़की के बारे में होता है, ठीक है। उसमें कई स्टेंजाज होते हैं, 10-12 स्टेंजा। कुछ स्टेंजाज में लड़की क्वेश्चंस करती है, और एक सिपाही होता है, नाइट जो सोल्जर होता है, वो रिप्लाई करता है, ठीक है। सो समटाइम्स इट मे बी इंस्पायर्ड बाय हिज ओन लाइफ, but I'm not sure here. So one poem is here. It is very famous poem, La Belle Dame Sans Mercy. Okay. So now you can note down few his famous odes which were called in 1819, published. Actually, in London, he worked in St. Thomas Hospital there. Okay, St. Thomas Hospital as a dresser. He worked there. So his works, 1819 works are more famous. Okay, he wrote many books in 1819 and especially odes. So you can note down few names like Ode on Indolence, Ode on Indolence, then Ode on Grecian Earth, Ode on Melancholy, Ode to Nightingale, Ode to Nightingale, then Ode on Melancholy, Ode to Psyche, ये साइके एक देवी है ग्रीक गॉड, ठीक है. देन Ode to Autumn, ओके. कोई और छूट रहा हो तो देख लेते हैं. इतना है, ठीक है. इसके अलावा भी और बुक्स लिखा था लाइक लामिया, हाइपरियन, इट वाज अनफिनिश्ड बेसिकली, देन एंडीमियन. ये बहुत सारे बुक्स हैं जिसको किड्स ने लिखा अपने 1890 से लेकर के 2021 के एज में. बहुत मतलब 2-3 सालों में बहुत ज्यादा लिखा, बट मोस्ट फ्रूटफुल ईयर वाज 1819. सो इट इज आल्सो आस्क्ड the great odes of 1819. So these are great odes: Ode on Grecian Earth, then Indolence, Melancholy, Nightingale, then Ode to Psyche, Autumn. Okay, these are famous works of. इसके अलावा The Yew of Saint Agnes, it is also there. One more thing here. Important is that he gave various quotes, okay, various quotes, and one new, he coined a new term, that is negative capability. Negative capability. Have you heard it? Negative capability. Yes. Unable to express something exactly. Okay, suppose you saw some natural things and you feel pleasure, aesthetic pleasure. So how can you write those things into words? So basically he defined that term. That was very technical word. It is not easy to understand, but you can relate it easily by interpreting it. It is man's, basically he calls about the poets or writers. There he calls it is the negative capability of the writers to express the things exactly or how they feel it. Suppose you like, or there are so many incidents, love. So how can you express the love word in words? It is not possible. Success, justice, it is not easy to express these words into words, these things into words. So there are various ideas or moments to which you cannot express exactly into words. So it is basically the negative capability or negative capacity of the writers. So he wrote one letter to his brother Thomas. अच्छा, इनके दो भाई थे, एक का नाम था टॉम, एक का नाम था थॉमस. ओके, टॉम एंड जॉर्ज. थॉमस इनके पिताजी का नाम है, जॉर्ज. सो ही रोट, ये दो भाई थे. टॉम की डेथ हो जाती है, ठीक है, जो टीबी से होता है डेथ, टॉम की ही होती है. सो यहाँ पे जो जॉर्ज है, इसको एक लेटर लिखते हैं. उस लेटर में इस चीज को लिखते हैं, एक डिफिनीशन जिसको कहते हैं नेगेटिव कैपेबिलिटी. सो एमसीक्यू आपके एग्जाम में यही आएगा कि हु एमंग द फॉलोइंग हैज कॉइन्ड द टर्म निगेटिव कैपेबिलिटी, ठीक है, और ये पक्का आना ही है, मान के चलिए निगेटिव कैपेबिलिटी किसने कॉइन किया आएगा। किसने कॉइन किया? जॉन किट्स। ओके, उसकी मीनिंग क्या है? इट इज द इनएबिलिटी ऑफ राइटर्स टू एक्सप्रेस द थिंग्स एग्जैक्टली हाउ दे फील इट। ओके, अब जैसे मान लीजिए कि आपको कोई चीज अच्छा लगा, आप पेड़ देखते हैं या पत्ते कुछ भी देखे, फ्लावर देखे अच्छा लगा, आप इतना ही तो कह सकते हैं नहीं मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा। अब वो बहुत अच्छा को कैसे एक्सप्रेस करेंगे? नहीं कर सकते हैं। इसी चीज को यहाँ पे कि ऐसे बहुत सारे राइटिंग में ऐसे बहुत सारे मोमेंट्स या so many incidents are there to which we cannot express them exactly. और दूसरी चीज इनकी फेमस है, he is also famous for one more term is there, sensuousness. sensuousness sensuous सेंसर से बना है। सेंसेस होते हैं कितने? सेंसेस 5। ओके, so you will find, or if you go through his poems you will find his poems are giving some pictorial image to your mind, some musical effects into your ears, some visualization to your eyes, so you find all your senses working there. That's why his poetry is marked as sensuousness, marked for sensuousness you can say. Okay, so sensuousness is the major quality of Keats poetry. So sometimes in MCQ it may be made like that, who among the following or which characteristics belongs to John Keats, and so many options will be there. So sensuousness is the right option. सेंसुअसनेस अगर है तो उसी को टिक कर देना है, इसके अलावा बाकी सब में है सारे फीचर्स, लेकिन इनके में ज्यादा है ये। अभी हम लोग जब पढ़ेंगे ओड ऑन ग्रीशियन अर्थ, यू विल फाइंड दिस क्वालिटी देयर। ठीक है, आप देखेंगे आपके सारे सेंसर्स काम करने लगेंगे वहां पे। आंख से आपको पढ़ते पढ़ते ऐसे इमेज लगेगा जिससे हाँ वो चीज सामने रखी हुई है, सुनने में भी ऐसा लगेगा, विजुअलाइज करने का आपको हो सकता है कि मन करे कि हाँ इसको हम फील करें, टच करके फील करें, इस तरह की फीलिंग आएगी आपको इसमें। So that's why it works for all the senses, and the new term is there, sensuousness. So Keats poetry is marked for sensuousness. Okay, then one more book is famous, very famous book here, on reading Chapman's Homer. कुछ ऐसे नाम, एक मिनट सॉरी है, देख लेते हैं। चैपमैन्स क्या है? ठीक है, सही है। ऑन रीडिंग चैपमैन्स होमर, बेसिकली होमर जिन्होंने दो बुक लिखी, थैंक यू, चैपमैन्स। ओके, Chapman's Homer. Homer has written two famous books like Iliad and Odyssey. These two books were written in Greek. It was translated into English by Chapman, and he read those books, and on reading those books he made one poem that is called as On Reading Chapman's Poem, and it is very famous basically. Keats has written this one, so it is very famous. So this is brief idea about the biography of John Keats. Okay, so we can go for our poem Ode on Grecian Urn. Okay.